Most people never realize this until much later in life. That the friendships they thought were safe weren't actually friendships at all. They were arenas. Quiet battlegrounds where love and comparison lived side by side, where support came with invisible price tags, where celebration felt conditional on who was winning. And the strangest part? It all felt normal at the time. You learned early that friendship meant measuring. Not loudly. Not obviously. But in small, silent ways. When your friend got something you wanted, there was that split second, before the smile, before the congratulations, where your stomach dropped. Just a little. Just enough to notice. And then you buried it. Because good people don't feel that way. Good friends are happy for each other. So you learn to hide the flicker. To perform joy while your nervous system registered threat. Psychologically, this is adaptation. The mind learned that your worth was relative. That being celebrated required being exceptional. That love, even from friends, was something you had to earn by being better, brighter, more impressive. Or by staying small enough not to provoke envy in them. The nervous system started tracking not just connection, but hierarchy. Who's ahead? Who's behind? Where do I stand? This conditioning doesn't announce itself. It hides inside normal interactions. Inside group chats where everyone shares wins but yours feel too big to mention. Inside dinners where you downplay your success because their silence already told you it wasn't welcome. Inside years of learning that being supportive meant being secondary. That being loved meant not outshining. And from a neurological standpoint, the brain wired itself for this. Mirror neurons that should have created empathy became tools for comparison instead. Dopamine that should have fired during genuine connection got hijacked by the need to assess, to measure, to protect. So you carried this into adulthood. Into relationships where you still can't fully celebrate your own wins because some part of you is waiting for the punishment. The withdrawal. The coldness disguised as support. You became someone who shares good news apologetically. Who achieves things quietly. Who has learned to make yourself smaller in rooms with people who claim to love you. You notice it in how you choose friends now. Picking people you won't threaten. Or people who won't threaten you. Avoiding those who might trigger that old familiar feeling of not being enough, or being too much. You've learned to read rooms for safety, but the safety you're measuring isn't physical. It's hierarchical. Will this person celebrate me or compete with me? Will my light dim theirs? Will theirs dim mine? And here's the conflict. You want real friendship. The kind where wins are shared without scorekeeping. Where someone's success doesn't mean your failure. Where love isn't a game with winners and losers. But every time you get close to that, your body remembers. It remembers the sting of being envied instead of embraced. The loneliness of achieving something and having no one safe to tell. The exhaustion of managing everyone else's feelings about your existence. So you pull back. Or you perform. Or you achieve in secret and celebrate alone. Always calibrating. Always aware. Always measuring the space between you and everyone else, making sure it's just right, close enough to look connected, far enough to stay safe. The hidden cost of this is a specific kind of loneliness. You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. Because no one knows the real you. The one who wants things. Who dreams big. Who succeeds and fails and needs to be held through both without shame. That version of you learned long ago that she's too much. Too threatening. Too risky to reveal. You became the person who listens more than she speaks. Who celebrates others loudly and herself quietly. Who has friendships that look warm from the outside but feel hollow in your chest because you've always known, that the love is conditional. That it exists only as long as you don't disrupt the balance. As long as you don't shine too bright or need too much or ask for the kind of support that requires them to feel smaller for a moment. This is not weakness. This was intelligent survival. Your nervous system was responding to real patterns. Real withdrawals. Real punishments disguised as friendship. The body doesn't lie. It tracked the data and made you safe the only way it knew how, by making you small, vigilant, and endlessly aware of where you stood in the hierarchy. But here's what the mind learned that the body hasn't caught up to yet. That not all friendships are competitions. That some people can hold your joy without dimming their own. That being celebrated doesn't require you to shrink first. That real safety isn't something you construct by managing everyone's comfort. It's something you feel when you stop performing altogether. Healing this doesn't mean cutting everyone off or never trusting again. It means learning, slowly, that your nervous system was right then and can learn something new now. That the body can be retrained to recognize safety even when it's unfamiliar. That you can share a win and breathe through the fear that follows. That you can let someone be happy for you without waiting for the other shoe to drop. It means noticing when you're about to minimize yourself and pausing. Just for a second. Long enough to ask if the danger is real or remembered. Long enough to let yourself take up space even when it feels unbearable. Long enough to see if the punishment you're bracing for actually comes. And it means grieving. Grieving the friendships that taught you love and competition were the same. Grieving the version of you who learned to celebrate others at your own expense. Grieving the years spent measuring your worth by how well you managed everyone else's envy. Because the truth is, you were never the problem. You were responding to an environment that made closeness conditional. That made success isolating. That turned friendship into a game no one admitted they were playing. You don't have to play anymore. You don't have to earn love by staying small. You don't have to manage everyone's comfort at the cost of your own truth. You don't have to perform joy while your body is screaming that something's wrong. Real friendship doesn't require you to dim. It doesn't punish you for growing. It doesn't make you choose between being loved and being yourself. And now, finally, your body can start to learn what your mind already knows. That safety isn't something you construct. It's something you feel when you're with people who don't need you to lose for them to win. When you're with people who can hold all of you, the bright parts and the broken parts, without keeping score. It is finally safe to stop measuring. Safe to stop performing. Safe to exhale.